feel like the grass is green, and everything I do is unseen. But I know that's just in my mind. I know everything is just in my mind. Do you really want to be famous? Do you really want to be a superstar? Do you really want to get dangerous? Do you even know where the groupies are? Bitches out here be-
Welcome to Hammer's House.
Good afternoon, everybody, and happy Thursday. Welcome to another edition of Hammer's House, bringing to you breaking news for the New York Mets. But before we get into it, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for your latest Mets, Las Vegas Raiders, and other sports updates as we go along. So, breaking news a couple of hours ago, the Mets solidified their front office structure in the wake of the Jared Porter firing, naming Zach Scott their acting general manager effective immediately. Scott, 43, became the Mets assistant GM in December following years working alongside Porter in Boston. Less than a month later, the Mets fired Porter after an ESPN report uncovering explicit text messages he sent to a female reporter while working under the Chicago Cubs organization in 2016. A few hours after Zach Scott becoming the new GM, the Mets went out and signed free agent left-handed reliever Aaron Loup. After missing out on Brad Hand last week, the Mets were still on the market to add a left-handed pitcher to their bullpen. According to MLB's beat writer Anthony DiComo, the Mets were targeting free agent Aaron Loup to fill that void. Loup is a 33-year-old left-handed reliever who spent majority of his career with the Toronto Blue Jays. Loup spent last season with the Tampa Bay Rays, pitching to a 2.52 ERA with 22 strikeouts across 25 innings pitched. Throughout his career, Loup has been very effective against left-handed batters, holding them to a .621 OPS in over 600 plate appearances. Once the numbers come out and they're available to the general public, we'll definitely keep you updated with this recent signing. Now we move on to the top guys left for the Mets in free agency right now. After losing out to after losing to George Springer, signing a 6-year, $150 million deal with the Toronto Blue Jays, they are still eyeing right now former Boston Red Sox outfielder Jackie Bradley Jr. As of this morning, and this was a little bit before 10 o'clock this morning, the Red Sox have remained in touch with JBJ and his GM, Shane Bloom. I'm sorry. And that was per the GM, Shane Bloom. They continue to stay in touch with JBJ. They expect he'll continue to stay in touch with him as free agency resolves, and that was per Shane Bloom, the GM of the Red Sox. Boston recently also signed Enrique Hernandez, which was seen to lower the chances of them bringing Bradley back to Boston, who played his first 8 years in the majors as a Boston Red Sox. Yesterday afternoon, the Mets were still in pursuit of Bradley, but from what reports have come out recently, Bradley is looking to be an everyday outfielder, which they're not guaranteeing that right now. And that's the Mets that aren't full and guaranteeing that he will be an everyday outfielder. He's in the market around, I think the asking price for him right now is around $14 to $15 million a year, which is not bad at all. I could see him being signed to a 3 to 5 year deal with the Mets. Bradley's addition would allow the Mets to slide Brandon Nimmo to left field, and he's the only free agent left on the market who profiles as an everyday player, which we move on from that and we go to talking about Trevor Bauer. Yes, the one pitcher, the Cy Young Award-winning Trevor Bauer, who has been one of the high-profile players in free agency this offseason. Trevor Bauer sweepstakes hopefully will be coming to an end in the next few weeks as pitchers and catchers report to camp in the next 2 to 3 weeks. And if everything goes to plan, Trevor Bauer will be getting a record-setting deal. As of right now, the Dodgers are still in conversation as we're getting closer and closer to spring training. The other teams that were said to be involved for Trevor Bauer right now were the Toronto Blue Jays, the New York Mets, and the Los Angeles Angels. The biggest question surrounding Bauer at this time is what sort of deal is he willing to take? There were talks yesterday that apparently he would take a small deal or a short-term deal roughly around Garrett Cole money, which was about $36 million a year. It's also being said that the Mets did offer him something around that ballpark, but there's no clarification. There's no consistency on that report. As of right now, there's a chance that Trevor Bauer is looking on a mega deal around the lines of 6 to 7 years, about $250 million. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. That's pretty bananas. I don't know if the Mets are looking to spend that much money. As Steve Cohen said when he first became the owner of the New York Mets, that they were not looking to break the luxury tax threshold this season. But Trevor Bauer and his agent are holding out hope right now, holding out hope more with the Dodgers. Originally, Trevor Bauer is a Southern Cali kid. He played at UCLA, so it would be a home sweet home return for him. We would just have to wait and see. Guys, I want to thank you for coming in for this breaking news. And I'm going to roll out right now with this crazy pandemic. Everyone, your loved ones, friends, please continue to stay safe. Most importantly, wash your hands and your asses. I'm out.